People, I'm early, just a little bit. I'm going to play something twice. So, remember I wrote my song? Well, I made a song. Yep. I made us a true crime song. So, welcome to 1111 Tarot. I am Mama D. I'm excited to be here. We'll play it once through, and then I'm going to let you digest it, and then we'll play it one more time. It's pretty short anyway. I am not a singer. I don't do music, but sometimes you have to transmit the energy. You have to like get it out of your system and transmute all this toxicity into something creative. Now, being that I'm not a singer, being that I wrote a song, I now challenge you to do something you never thought you'd do in a million years. Mama D is about to play you my one hit single, and I already know it's going to be a hit. It's going to go viral. It's that amazing. But I'm excited to play it for you. So are you guys ready? Show me a one if you guys are ready. Because I put music to it, and I made it a song recorded like backup and little weird pips and boops and whistles, and I gave it flavor, and I put my heart and my soul into the song. Okay, I got one. Oh, Sassafras has got 4 ones. Oh, look at all the ones coming up. Okay. Good evening, everybody. We are early. Okay, we're going to do it twice. We'll do it once, then we can talk. Then we're going to play it again. I'm actually putting the video together. And I will be releasing the video if everything goes right tomorrow. Now, keep in mind, I wrote it yesterday, and then I was like, how do I put the words to music? But I didn't have all the words. And people were like, you forgot Dylan Rounds. I'm like, okay, because I hadn't got very far, and I had just gotten home from a trip. So, and I wanted to get a couple other names in there, like Baby Q. So, without further ado, hopefully this works where you can hear. All right. It's a rap song by Mama D. To another missing face. Wait. Let me get it back over there. I'm actually going to take it right up there so y'all can hear. Okay. Can you hear? Were you able to hear? Anybody home? All right. Hey. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Every day I wake up to another missing face. It points back to the family in almost every single case. Streaming all the time about Michael Vaughn going missing. But since we on the YouTube, the world's not listening. Candace playing Hunter while Summer got gone. Dudley said he went to work and in the backup, he found Dawn. Jody Sue's monsters are living in her mind. She'd say she heard a scream, but she'd say anything for a dime. Little classic Ensign Seer, adopted by Jacqueline and Drizel, taken from their loving family and beaten to death by foster parents from hell. Harmony Montgomery's stepmom, Kayla, is such a loving wife. She collected food stamps, knowing Adam ended Harmony's precious life. The truth will be uncovered, the killers will be known, but will we find their bodies or even the victims' bones? There's a special place in heaven for all the children killed. Karma is coming for you, and it's far worse than any mother. Chill. Little Oakley Carlson was barely 5 years old, bloody little handprints, but how she disappeared is yet untold. We all know Kylie Riding never saw a 17. Cases Amy creme brulee. No water in the lungs, but Ellie says she drowned in Prosser Lake. Sammy says she called at 12:36 a.m. all to her phone, but no alcohol in her tox report, and she didn't call or drive from the trunk. Dylan Round vanished while tending to his grain truck. Brenner had active warrants, but Boxelder didn't give a fuck. So Jim cleaned up the evidence. Boots tossed in the dirt, Dylan phone in the pond. Brenner's in jail over guns, but Dylan's still not found. The truth will be uncovered, and killers will be known. But will we find the bodies or even the victims' bones? There's a special place in heaven for all the children killed. Karma is coming for you, and it's far worse than any mother. Chill. I wish wish this was the end of the true crimes that I know, but there's always more, so I keep going with my flow. Every day it breaks my heart that Addie and Litter went down that hill. Richard Allen caught and charged, so did he can make a deal? My name is Cleo, and I'm the saving grace. Not every parent is guilty, but it's hard to have the faith. Now we got little baby Quentin, not even 2. Mama out drinking, running up the bill, while FBI is searching for baby Q in the nasty landfill. The truth will be uncovered and killers will be known, but will we find the bodies or even the victims' bones? There's a special place in heaven for all the children killed. Karma is coming for you, and it's far worse than any mother. Chill. There's a special place in heaven for all the children killed. Karma is coming for you, and it's far worse than any mother. Chill.
Okay, hold on, you guys. What do you think of that? Thank you, guys. I know you love me, so you're probably, biased a little. It's not going to hit the charts, probably. I'm just saying. But it allowed me to, get some of that out. Record deal. We will play it again later for those that are joining later. But I'm going to get chat up real quick. Let me do that for us so I can visit with my beautiful 1111s. I'm so excited to do this members chat with you guys. I wish it was on a better topic. We are going to be talking about AWP, Jared, the co-founder of Adventures with Purpose, allegedly, and I will tell you, me and T-Rev, we hit the bookwork yesterday and we did the research. That is the Utah website for the government, and it is his birthday, and it is him. And allegedly, this was a child that was like under the age of 9, maybe 12 at the most. And he was almost an adult, if not an adult, 18. And the emails that went back and forth, what if those are his emails, are so heartbreaking, because he's admitting to it, but he's trying to do the Don Wells. And it was so long ago. Why are you still going on about it now? What? There was no apology. There was no, oh my God, I don't know why I did that. There was no accountability at all. So T-Rev was doing some pretty heavy clicking on the keys on Google and stuff, and he found a website that is put out that is it's like his personal, like, here's all about me page. It kind of hints that you're going to find, like, he's this open book and there's nothing to hide, and he's going to come through with transparency, and he builds this all up. And really, he's talking about some estranged relationship with his own daughter. He never touches on the truth in any way. And so to put that out there and make it sound like, you're so transparent and there's nothing you hide, and it's somebody else's fault that this is your daughter estranged from you. Are you sure it's the daughter's choice, or is it maybe the daughter sent something that protected her from being around you if you were taking advantage of minor girls in your lifetime? Just saying. I'm disappointed. I'm disgusted. I'm trying to, I don't know. I just feel like disgusted. And like poor T-Rev, and me. We try to back these people. You try to back these people. All of us have sent money and all this, and I appreciate what AWP does as a job, but I am not going to support a CEO that has harmed a child in that way. I can't do it. Debbie says, what? How appropriate. Says, this is shocking. Can't wrap my head around it. I totally get it. And like Danielle says, no show of remorse even. It just makes me sick. Oh, just a chat, love. Sadie's wanting to know, is it a call-in or just a chat? It's just a chat. I'm going to be reading your name and sharing your comments, and we're going to do members back and forth, okay? That way everybody can have a chance to talk that wants to. I have a career in rap, Danielle says. Mama D. Mama D. I love you. Pat, so cute. Well done. Thank you, Crafty One. Thank you, Muffin Top. Hi, Allie. How are you, love? Donna Burst, good to see you. Danielle, her opinion is absolutely disgusted, and he's a disgrace. Crafty One says the whole name is now tarnished. I think they will have to rebuild it with a new name. Sadie Thompson, I think he needs to step down if found guilty and allow Doug or whoever to assume press of AWP company. Very sad. Glad I unfollowed a few weeks ago, blaming it on his religion, which is not anymore. Yeah, I stepped down when they did not. Okay, so I want to dip into this thought now. I'm not judging. I'm asking. All right. Do you notice, like, you know, it's a different time with the spirit in the universe. Like, let's say it's time to protect the little one, you know, and stand up for him and maybe release other footage. And then they go in the ditch right away because they won't release the footage. That's what I felt, in my opinion. And so a lot of viewers, including myself, were like, hey, dude, karma, be careful. And they were like really upset and thinking that we were wishing bad karma on them when actually we were trying to give them heads up. Hey, we don't control karma. We have nothing to do with your karma. We can only affect our own karma. We're trying to give you heads up about karma. And so a lot of us unsubscribed and let go. But before I did, I said, I let them know. I'm like, Doug, you got to watch that karma. Because if you don't stick to a path that you start when you're on a right path, you're going to step off. You have no protection. It's not that the divine comes in and is like, get back in line. Oh, no. It's that on this path, you got protection. If you step off of it, you don't. Right? Am I glad this came out regardless? Absolutely. This victim needs to be able to shout it from the rooftop. There should be no fear. There should be no victim blaming whatsoever. So I think it said a lot in character, like strike one, strike two, and I'm done. That's just me. That's my opinion. Donna says, I'm changing my name for Mama D. What? Debbie says, what? I hope he steps down. I heard while crew knew, though. And that's the other thing. How do you guys feel if the crew knew? Hi, Mrs. Nobody. Hi, Ellie French. Texas Brat Brat, always good to see you, my love. And you say, do you think there was foul play in Aaron Carter's death yesterday? I don't know who Aaron Carter is. Who is Aaron Carter? God, you stop that. You're not bathing while we're live. You're not. Don't you meet me? Don't you meet me? I don't know who that is, my love. I'll Google it. Hold on. I'm Googling Aaron Carter. Aaron Carter death. Oh, 34. What? I just made a rap song and then this is a death of a rapper? What? I'm going to read it. Aaron's fiance, Melanie Martin, tells TMZ, my fiance, Aaron Carter, has passed away. I love Aaron with all my heart, and it's going to be a journey to raise a son without a father. Please respect the privacy of my family as we come to terms with the loss of someone we love greatly. We are still in the process of accepting this unfortunate reality. Your thoughts and prayers are greatly appreciated. Aaron's house sitter found his body in the bathtub. I just rapped about Don being in the bathtub and called authorities. The singer turned rapper and actor found dead Sunday at his house in Lancaster, California. Multiple sources tell us Aaron's body was found in his bathtub. He had drowned in the bathtub. Homicide detectives have been dispatched to the scene. Gretchen, please quit. I had never heard. I do know who this is. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I feel bad about what I'm about to tell you. So, oh my gosh. Okay, so I had never heard of the dude. He used to have dreadlocks, okay? Like a lot of dreadlocks. Anyway, his music started showing up on my suggested YouTube feed like a week ago. And so I went and listened to him and I was like, mm-mm. And so I got off of it. And then the next day it showed up and it kept showing up. So I actually started unliking his stuff. Because I'm like, why am I getting this rapper on my YouTube feed? And now, whoa, what? Okay, I'm going to get back over to chat. That's bizarre. I can't make that up. That's just crazy. Muffin Top, 9 months as a Starlight Seed. You're awesome. 1111 Tarot. Thank you for everything. Thank you, Muffin. Thank you, because you're one of my beautiful mods. And without you guys, I don't know what I would do. Mama D would be like all over the place. Crazy. Okay, Donna Bayhurst says Backstreet Boys Nick's little brother. Wow. So I have something to bring up. We talked about 2 different sets of bones that were found. One set of bones was found in Tennessee and are allegedly just animal bones. Okay? Get that off the table. Over here in Wisconsin, where Rosemary Bly went missing in Wisconsin, 4.5 hours away from her home, they have found female bones. Okay? They don't know. They've done the stuff, but they're not releasing anything. We don't know how old, and we don't know how long the bones have been there. In Florence. So could she have went from Polk to Florence? Like I said, about 4.5 hours. Now, what was weird is someone put a comment when I put my little short together, and they were like, it's not Rosemary Bly. Now, the authorities don't even know who it is. So I'm like, and I said, the bigger question is, why are you so certain? And the answer they gave was because all the locals know in town. They're just too scared to tell. So I put, well, you can tell me. I won't even know who you are. I'll tell them where the bones are and we can lay her to rest. Right? Sadie says, ask Candace. She may know. Debbie says what? You never know what story Jared spun to the guys back at AWP. Yeah. That is so true. You don't know like what version, because if he isn't taking responsibility in the email to the victim, right? If he's putting it back on victim blame, then naturally he would carry that over in his life if it did come up, like to make it sound like it wasn't what it seemed, you know. Could you please quit? So Donna Mayhurst is talking about Rosemary Bly and says, I heard hubby did it and he buried her on daddy's property. That is a rumor I've heard for years. And I don't know if that's what the townspeople. So I'm thinking, y'all, why don't we go investigate a little bit? Let's see if we can go talk to people. We have winter happening, so if it snows, I'm not going. But right now, it is terrible out. But as soon as I get a nice couple days, I'll surprise us and I'll head over to Grantsburg, which is where Rosemary Bly went missing. And she lives in St. Croix Falls, so that area, and I'll just dig around like I've done in the past, like when I did the Christine Rudy case. Now, Christine Rudy was 6 months pregnant. She was 21 years old, just a baby herself, right? And she got married to this dude that was absolutely bad news, Sean Rudy. I mean, he told everybody he was bad news. He knew he was bad news, totally on drugs. And so Christine had a best friend, Heather Tisler. I know Heather Tisler. I knew Christine Rudy. Okay, so it's a little hard to talk about. So anyway, they went on a trip together where it was a Bonnie and Clyde trip while she's pregnant. Heather and Sean were more than friends. So he's married, plus he's got the girlfriend with. And they're forcing drugs onto Christine, like shooting her up, right? According to Heather in later reports. Anyway, so they dump her off at a church, and she's in tennis shoes and a light jacket at this time of year, okay? And she manages to go through like Crow's Path about 8 miles, I believe, till she finds a church. Now it's freezing out. She's 6 months pregnant. It's freezing out, and she's in a light jacket and tennis shoes. So she stays at the church for the day, and she somehow gets a hold of them, and they come back to pick her up, Sean and Heather. That's the last time anybody's seen her alive. They complete this trip, and they rob 25 bars all the way down to Illinois, where they break into a house, steal guns and some other stuff. Just one specific house. Always wondered what house. Anyway, and then they come back to Wisconsin, and on their way back, they get about 25 miles from my house. And he pulls the car over on this road, which I've been there. I've done the boots on the ground for this case. I've interviewed people, everything. He tells her to step out of the car, allegedly, right? So Christine gets out of the car. Heather stays in the vehicle. She's standing on the side of the road, and Heather, in reports, states that Sean grabbed the shotgun, opened the car door, stepped out onto the road, and said, "Hey, Christine." And she looked at him. He pulled the shotgun on her, 6 months pregnant, and said, "Death do us part," and took half her head off. Yeah. So I did boots on the ground there, a lot of recording, and I still have that video over on my other channel. And so I'm very experienced at boots on the ground, of interviewing people, of doing that kind of stuff. I've done a lot of work in Manitowoc County. But if we went there, if it's good weather, I can usually get a better interview, believe it or not. If it's chilly out, nobody wants to talk, because most of the conversation needs to be private, and so they want to do it outside. And they don't want family talking about it and so forth when you're talking about these old crimes. And so they'll visit you alone And so we need good weather to do that. It does. I agree. It feels, Star Winter says, and welcome to all my new starlights. It does. It feels like sometimes we're living in some sort of a Matrix movie of true crime. Who had the addiction, Bubsy? I'm looking. I'm not going to pet you the whole time, Gretchen. But look, I brought her a snack. You want it? You want the snack? Give me a love. Here you go. She found a new favorite snack, and I put one on the table here, and she's been looking at it and crying. Aw, thank you, little Lucy. I don't mean to surprise people with my talents. You know, I don't think we realize how talented as individuals each of us are. Like, I didn't know I could rap, but like, I wrote my song to get my words out. And then, and I don't think I rap good, but still I did it. I mean, I completed it, right? And I just kind of thought, well, I want to lay it out and see what it sounds like. So I went and got just the music, you know, off of some little thing. And I started counting it. And I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm like, every day I wake up to another missing face. I'm like, I can do this. Right. And then I'm like, okay, I'll lay that down. Then I'll go back and I'll add some fillers and da 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 da. And now, y'all, when I'm done tonight, I'm going to go make us a video for it. Y'all are really quiet tonight. I think it sucked the wind out of all of us with AWP because we had our heart in it. And they first let us down by not sharing. Gretchen, I don't have any more, and you're being obnoxious, and you know it. What do you want? Oh, don't wag your tail and give me that look. Don't do it. Go lay down or you're going to get a bath. Let me see your nails. You want a bath? Should we do a bath? Oh, she wagged her tail even at a bath. She's like, I'll take any attention, even if I don't like it. Aw, yeah, puppies, they're so demanding. I don't have anything. Let me call Noah. Y'all plug your ears. Noah! All right, well, Gretchen needs you because I can't do anything. I'm on a live. So, I mean, there's nowhere to go with the AWP thing. There's nowhere to go with it. How much worse is there if we're just now learning this? I guess the one thing that crossed my mind is the timing is so exact. Well, and then I heard SF Investigates was part of bringing this to light. And I'm like, And then I was watching like 2 seconds of Icamel, maybe 2 minutes. And I'm like, they are having a field day with this, are they not? I mean, next, what are they going to do? Have Zanime come on? Hey, Tony Owl. I know, Donna, it makes me wonder, is Truckee behind this? Queen Bee, speaking of AWP, I'm sorry, but I can't believe it. Don't you think it is a bit convenient timing? I mean, we are talking about 30 plus years later. I know, right? Miss Pixie says, I mean, he needs to be held accountable if this is all true, but the timing is so, she said, but the timing is so suspicious. Oh, I know. That silly Flucker. I can't stand him. I don't like him. Like, I smell a rat every time he is connected to anything. I'm like, oh, just heard the rat trap go off. He releases a Twitter. I'm like, rat trap. Linda Lou, I have a question. Was Lilani awake when Danny went to work that morning? I don't know. I'm not doing a reading right now, lovely. Do you want, I mean, I didn't even prepare, so I haven't meditated. I didn't do any of my cleansing of my energy, so I can't really, I got an itch on the back of my calf. No, you got down. You're not getting back up. You'll get a bath. Let's go get a bath. Come on. We're going to get a bath. No, no, no. You're getting a bath. Come on. Let's do a bath. Come on. Let's get a bath run. What's the matter? So funny. She's like, oh, you mean it? You're coming after me. You were on live. I didn't think you mean it. I didn't think you'd give me a bath. Okay, Texas Prep Rap. All right, you guys. I want to listen to that song together for those that haven't heard it. All right. We're going to do that, and then we'll come back to the case. Let's see here. Let me get out of all this. So, for those of you that are just joining us, Mama D wrote a song. It's a rap song. Now, you know I'm not a singer. I'm no professional. I'm a total, absolute amateur. First time in my life I've wrote a song. Ever. Ever, 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 ever? Yeah, ever. So, since it's kind of slow on chat tonight, because, like I said, I feel like the wind got sucked out of us, I am making a video to it, and I want to use it as a trailer, like opening up our videos. Okay, are you ready? All right, here we go. Let me turn it up. Hold on. Okay, I'm just going to set it here for now so that you can hear it. Okay, here we go.
Every day I wake up to another missing face. It points back to the family in almost every single case. Streaming all the time about Michael Vaughn going missing. But since we on the YouTube, the world's not listening. Candace playing Hunter while Summer got gone. Dudley said he went to work and in the bathtub he found Dawn. Jody Sue's monsters are living in her mind. She say she heard a scream, but she'd say anything for a dime. Little classic Pence and Seer, adopted by Jacqueline and Drizel, taken from their loving family and beaten to death by foster parents from hell. Harmony Montgomery, stepmom Kayla, is such a loving wife. She collected food stamps, knowing Adam ended Harmony's precious life. The truth will be uncovered, the killers will be known, but will we find their bodies or even the victims' bones? There's a special place in heaven for all the children killed. Karma is coming for you, and it's far worse than any mother. Chill. Little Oakley Carlson is barely 5 years old. Bloody little handprints. But how she disappeared is yet untold. We all know Kyler Rodney never saw a 17. Cases Amy creme brulee. No water in the lungs, but Ellie says she drowned in Prosser Lake. Demi said she called at 12:36 a.m. all clear phone, but no alcohol in her tox report, and she didn't call or drive from the trunk. Dylan Round vanished while tending to his grain truck. Brenner had active warrants. Bob Boxelder didn't give a fuck. So Jim cleaned up the evidence. Boots tossed in the dirt and phone in the pond. Brenner's in jail over guns, but Dylan's still not found. The truth will be uncovered and killers will be known. But will we find the bodies or even the victims' bones? There's a special place in heaven for all the children killed. Karma is coming for you, and it's far worse than any mother. Chill. I wish this was the end of the true crimes I don't know, but there's always more, so I keep going with my flow. Every day it breaks my heart that Abby and Liddy went down that hill. Richard Allen caught in charge, so did he can make a deal? My name is Cleo, and I'm a saving grace. Not every parent is guilty, but it's hard to have the faith. Now we got little baby Quentin, not even 2. Mama out drinking, running up a bill, while FBI searching for baby Q in the nasty landfill. The truth will be uncovered and killers will be known, but will we find the bodies or even the victims' bones? There's a special place in heaven for all the children killed. Karma is coming for you, and it's far worse than any mother. Chill. There's a special place in heaven for all the children killed. Karma is coming for you, and it's far worse than any mother. Chill.
Hold on, I gotta get it to stop. So, let me get back over to chat with you guys. Gretchen quit. She's being terrible tonight, like a real brat. She's over here like either bathing herself, itching herself, whining. I'm like ready to like be like, okay, night, and turn the lights down so she'll go to sleep. And she's had way too many treats today. She can't have no more. All right, I think I'm almost back to chat, y'all.
All right, I think I'm almost back to chat.
I am. All right, so. Aw, thank you, Truth for Us. She says, Danny, there is no one like you, pure talent in so many parts of your life. There is nobody like you either, beautiful. That is what I'm saying. If we only knew, like I said, I would have never last week been like, I'm going to be in Delphi on the Monon Bridge doing a reading. I wouldn't have thought I was going to physically be there. And I did. You know, it's the action that you take. I wouldn't have thought I was going to write any rap song. I'm not a rapper. But it just kind of happens. And I mean, you just have to go with the inspiration and don't let anybody tell you you can't. You need to inspire others and yourself. I know, Texas Brett, like, I didn't realize the time changed. And I almost went live an hour earlier because I was like, why are all my clocks telling me go live and my phone's saying it's an hour different? So I asked my son, he's 18. I'm like, is there a time change today? He's like, last night. I'm like, oh, because I was up till 5 in the morning. So I didn't get up till, I think, noon or 1. Sadie asks, so do you feel AWP is through or they will come out of this? Already lots of copycat shows, so I really don't know. It depends on AWP and how they handle this. I think if they're honest, open, accountable, address it firmly, admit when they are wrong, they'll gain a lot more respect than if they try to brush this under the rug as if it doesn't matter. Because trying to brush it under the rug is going to cost them so much. The divine doesn't like secrets. And when something is meant to come to the light, which obviously, if this is true, it is. When it's meant to come to the light, you're not going to get prosperous by hiding it. Just saying. Just saying. Hey, Stuart Webb. Stuart Webb says, love it. I am more old-time rock and roll, though. I totally get it. Me too. But it was just the flow of it. Like I had to get it out. Maybe I was channeling Snoop Dogg, you know? I don't know. I don't think Grandma knows where that baby is. I think Danny does in the Quentin Simon case. Thank you, Texas Brat. Rock on, Bubsy. Yeah, Mama D. I know, Sadie. It was like a snappy. You did a great job. Second debut. Thank you. Okay, this is the comment I wanted here. Star Winter says, it's not convenient timing. I think because they blew up recently, she sees him more and more memories trigger, come up more. Now she's decided to take a stand. That could be. So think about the timing there. So their real kickoff to national level, I guess, was a Kylie Rodney case. And so if a victim feels like they've been treated unjust and they're watching somebody get stardom, they might be like, really? Since when do you demand so much attention, little miss? You want the Rick off the bed so you can have your bed? Y'all, I gotta go get ginormous Rick off my bed, the big alley cat. He sits like he's from Egypt. He gets his arms out like this, and he's like, and he looks like a sphinx. He sits on my bed, like guards it. And if Gretchen tries to get up, he's like, looks at her like, do it. I'll wipe you off here. The cat's way bigger than Gretchen. And you know, the vet told me to lower the cat's diet, so I did. I went and got diet food and cut it down to the exact amount the vet told me, and I promise you, That cat has put on probably 3 more pounds. I don't know where the weight comes from. All right, we're going to switch it up. Come on, Gretchen. Okay. You get up here. I'm going to take the kitty down. Rick, come on, baby. Now, don't get ugly, Rick, just because I'm telling you no. Oh, you're mad. Okay. I know. You look comfortable. You want to see everybody? Oh, you don't? You don't want me to pick you up? Okay. Gretchen, you made me do that. Now you don't want the bed? Oh, my God. God above, give me strength so that I don't put her up for adoption. I don't know who'd want a 13-year-old dog. What am I going to do with you? What? I'm going to put you in that chair and you're going to be quiet. Come on. Now, don't. I don't have a snack. Quit. I have to correct her just a minute. No. Lay down. I mean it. Lay down. Lay down. All the way. Lay down. Now, stay. She's a handful. I'm just saying. Okay, Debbie says what? In regards to AWP, if SF broke the news, maybe it's because AWP has that extra footage, and this is the leverage they had over Jared not to release it. Maybe AWP said too much. That's what I was wondering. Did they take the car from Upchurch? I don't know. Yeah, she didn't even stay on the bed. And Rick's not happy at me right now. Rick's like sitting in my doorway glaring at me. Oh, now he's going back to the bed. He's gotten big enough that he's like, he's like, he wouldn't fit on camera. Like, he legitimately won't fit on camera. Well, Gretchen's not cute right now. She's being naughty. I'm ignoring her. Every once in a while I'll do something to her, like I'll say, you know how you do your animals? You'd be like, say every single word that they know and that they like, but act like you're talking to somebody on the phone. Yeah. Be like, oh yeah, the park? Oh, you like to go bye-bye to the park? Really? And you like snacks? Oh, that's cool. And oh my, she'll start crying. Well, and I do agree. The timing for AWP, it's so precise, right? And oh, y'all, I almost had to go throw up. Like, I felt like I was going to mouth vomit. All right, so here. I feel like I have hair on me too. Anyway, so I told you I had to go look at Camille's channel for a few seconds and check it the heck out was there. And he was all like kissing Icky's butt. And Icky was like, oh man, me and you are so cool together, whatever. And I was like, ugh, ugh. Yeah. It like caused me nauseous. I was like, can't. I just thought of somebody just tuning in at that moment, wondering what's wrong with Mama D. Okay, Allie French says, I'm thinking that also Debbie, now they might as well release the rest of the video. Yes, they have nothing to lose. By cleaning the slate, they stirred the pot. Now just let's get this on. Let's understand what it is and you know, come clean with it. Come clean with it. That's right, Muffin. That's right. Truth Train. I totally agree, Donna. I agree with you. We're ignoring her. You hear how naughty she is tonight? Gretchen, that is enough. That's not how ladies behave at all. That's rude. That is just plain rude. Do you even care? She don't even care. She's like, so? What did Allie say? Oh, yeah. Might as well release that video. Okay, so Sadie says, no, Ryan Upchurch sent the money of worth of the car. Poor Ryan Upchurch. That's what I mean. It sucked the wind out of a lot of us. Star Winter says he has apparently admitted it in those texts. That's how she got proof for the arrest, I believe. Yes, they should release it, or bye-bye, Truth Train. That is true, Donna. So I was watching Harsh Reality, who's doing a really good job covering the Kylie Rodney case. And so he asked for some information, and it was denied because it's an open investigation. That is enough. That scared you, didn't it? Now go. Go on. Noah, you need to come get her. I honestly don't know what to do with her right now. I can't get her a snack. I am literally on live. He can't hear me. He's got headphones on. She's driving me crazy tonight. Sadie says someone else said he was in the Hellcat today on another creator. Jared was. So I don't know now. Oh. Star Winter says everybody's dogs are whining tonight. I think it's the clock change. Maybe. She's not used to me not staying with her. Like, since I did the trip, I was gone for a whole 2 days, right? Maybe 2.5. Since I got back, she literally will whine outside the bathroom door. If I go in the bathroom, she'll come all the way downstairs to stand out there and cry at me while I go to the bathroom. When I come out, she wants to follow me all the way back upstairs. So I have to ignore a little bit to get her to quit. What's going on? Soulshine, Mimi, welcome to Starlights. What's going on? We are talking about true crime, kind of this and that. It's just a members open chat. You can talk about anything. We are talking about AWP, the timing of it, the authenticity of it being in question. SF investigates may have something to do with the release of the information, which bugs me a lot. Sends up a red flag, even though the information needed to come out no matter what. Check It TV's all celebrating. Icky's over there and he's relishing this. It's just creepy. It's like, it kind of makes me feel like since they stirred the pot with Kylie and then they didn't produce, it was like karma's kicking their ass. Lee Griggs, hi, and welcome to Starlights. His little sister says she was the first rape victim, and she was sonless too. See, if that's going on in their family, what? Yeah, Bubsy, and talking about Mama D's rap career starting off. I got my first hit single. It's going to go viral. And talking about that dog. Never going to say her name right now because she's staring at me looking like, are you even listening? And I'm not. Yeah, she did miss me and she's being sneaker because of it. All right, you guys. So, what else in true crime is going on? I have not been on all day. Has there been anything? Is it all talking about AWP? Is there any little baby Quentin Simon updates? Muffin Top is stating, allegedly, Jared said he was a victim too. It did sound like there was some chain of events in their family that they practiced incest or something. I don't know. Were they Mormons? And I'm not saying all Mormons do that, but There are a lot that do. Sassafras, generational and more common than anyone wants to believe. Absolutely. I agree. Star Winter says those emails tell so much. Yeah, like, I didn't get a feeling or pick up on any like energy of I'm sorry or I regret I did this or anything. Like no empathy at all for her. And he didn't deny it either. Thank you, Bubsy. Bubsy says the rods you did the other day was crazy. Thank you, Mama D. That was interesting. So I tried to download the video, which I'm still working on that to just get that part out, the dowsing rod reading out to put it on. So you won't have to do the whole long live if you don't want to. I'm working on it. Soul Shine Mimi says, do you think it's possible that someone set this up on AWP? Well, I do. But I think it really happened. Okay, so I think it was a real quiet deal. And I think it was starting to come up to the surface. And I feel like people took advantage of, how do I put it? I don't want to say take advantage. They picked their timing perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Look, that's reflecting. That's this, y'all. Don't tell me it's an orb. It's not, but we have been seeing orbs lately. Sadie Thompson, if that's how they were taught, then he feels it was just another day. But he should have definitely knew better by now. Yeah, I think as an adult, you know right from wrong. Just because somebody did something to you doesn't mean you think it's right. Right? I mean, look at all the hell we've been through. We don't treat people that way. Hello and welcome, Serena Smith, to Starlights. Thank you, my dear, for joining us, and welcome to our members chat. So Crafty One brings this up. The statute of limitations changed. She started this in February, so that would have been before Kylie, y'all. Well before Kylie. That would be divine timing coming in. I gotta clean my glasses. Oh my golly. Like looking through a mess. Alicia Harper says I couldn't watch anyone's YouTube but yours about Jared. Yeah, I guess I just, honestly, I feel like if he would have taken accountability and got help and you know, let's say the worst, and this, I'm just saying, let's say you break a jar of pickles, you know, in the store. All right? And you just run away from it. And then like, I don't know, 6 months later, the owner comes up and says, you need to pay for the pickles that you broke. And you're like, I know I broke the pickles, but that was 6 months ago. What? You know, I'm just saying, it's kind of like saying, I'm not sorry. And you're making a big deal out of for nothing. And it's victim blaming. That's my opinion. Lindy Lou says it's really sad and disturbing about assaulting his sister. He may have seen something at an early age that made him want to act in that way, not sounding too open. But y'all, even if he saw it, he wasn't still a child. It sounds like he was 18 and this was a child. It wasn't like, it's even worse than Don Wells. It's not a 15-year-old and a 6-year-old, which is atrocious, like sick. But at least, and I know, and I say at the least, it's 2 children, okay? And so you're like, it's still no, and you still need to be held accountable, right? But we're looking at an adult with a minor child. You can't tell. I've got 2 kids down there, 18 and 19. And, if mama does something repetitively that they don't agree with, like I eat mayonnaise and they don't, that's disgusting to them. Okay? If I put mayonnaise on their food, they will not eat. But my point being that if just because they've seen me do it so many times doesn't mean they're going to be like, oh, okay, so it's okay to do it. Because they're more of an adult stature. Maybe if you're a child, that works. But once you're an adult, it don't matter what you see other people do. You're accountable for you. That's right. Thank you, Crafty59. There's a lot of people went through this, and don't hurt kids. Jared was about 17 or 18. Queen Bee says 17. I read 18, but we'll see. Neither here nor there, because basically you're an adult. And now the creators are all making money off of this one. I don't know. I mean, creators, we make money anytime we put a video out there. It's just the way it is. I don't think about it like, oh, I'm making money off of this, or oh, I'm making, I don't go like, oh, I'm making money off a song I wrote, or oh, I'm making money off of a reading I do, or oh, I'm making money off of this. I just think of it as I get paid for sharing my content, Oh, I'm going to ignore her. I forgot. Right? That's my point. Serena Smith says, I used to watch AWP's channel all the time, just when you think you know someone. I don't think you can ever really know somebody from the camera, because if the camera shuts off, they may be different. They may be. Like, I know I'm different a little bit, Like, if I didn't have the camera on, I'd be like, what, Gretchen? Why are you doing this? I'd be much more firm. But I'm on camera, so I'm like, what, Gretchen? And she knows it. Like, she can take advantage of it. But I'm very direct with her normally. I'm like, Gretchen, are you hungry? But if I'm on camera, I might be like, Gretchen, are you hungry? So, but I'm pretty authentic no matter where I am. But I'm just saying, there are those of us, like, okay, how'd they get the footage of this happening and that happening at the exact same time? It's almost as if they did a lot of editing. Oh, well, really? Yes. They're going to do editing because they are a show. They're not alive. They were doing a pre-recorded show. So I don't think, is it Doug that was in the boat when Kylie was found and Nick was the one in the water? Like, I don't think the gentleman was going to be that calm. I think when it really got radioed up, he about dropped the mic. He was probably like, holy crap. Okay, just give me a minute, everybody. Just give me a minute. Let me take a deep breath. Okay, where are you? Okay, what do you see? All right, now start from the top, nice and slow. We're going to hit record, right? I'm just saying, it would be more interesting for us if they just did it live. But there is show there. So do you want in the chair? Because I'll help you with that. Oh my gosh, Gretchen, you don't need another snack for 2 weeks. You put on at least 10 pounds somehow. Stuart Webb says, I was physically abused by my father. Archangel Gabrielle has made me see I'm a survivor, not a victim. So I have a responsibility to speak. That is beautiful, love. That is beautiful. And this isn't, oh, I hit your car one time. I backed in and I bumped your bumper 20, 30 years ago. And now you want to bring it up. When you take a child's innocence, T-Rev was explaining, and I would encourage you to go watch last night's episode because he's been through it. And him expressing the way it affects a victim, it had me like, whoa. It doesn't go away. It feels like yesterday, Um, I have never been sexually abused that I'm aware of. And I'm very grateful for that. But I got close to it. Like I saw sexual abuse, my mother and stuff. I saw way too much. And I know that it made me feel sick to my stomach, like the mention of the word sex or anything like that, up until I was 17, made me want to throw up. Like it caused a nasty feeling in my stomach. And I didn't have a healthy take on the human body. I'm still very modest, but it wasn't because I was sexually abused. So thank God that I wasn't, because I think it changes who you are. T Rev went into much better detail. He has the knowledge and the experience to express it properly, and I can't do it justice because I don't have the experience. But it moved my heart, and it made me want to be like, take the email, print it, and be like, grab Jared by the hair, like by the back of his head, and just rub the email right up his nose. Right? I'm just being honest. I want to be like that to him. That's how I felt. I don't know the words, so I'm just that. And then like throw him, like give him a shove and be like, now you're going to court. Now you're going to court. Mm-hmm. Oh, I know, crafty one. But see, like T Rev has become such an inspiration through that pain. Um, and he's a prime example of how the empath chooses to feed that part of themselves rather than the monster to continue the cycle to hurt someone else. He made a decision in his life. And he's like, somebody hurt me this bad. So now I got to take some time to get through this depression, to get through this pain. And then I'm going to come out, and on this side of it, I'm going to inspire others. And did he? Yeah, I wrote my own rap song, right? Um, and he inspires others all over the world. And if you feed the other side, you become the monster that keeps that cycle going. So, what are we doing as a society in a whole is we are being shaken up by the universe to shout out and call out and put on spotlight these generational cycles that are so abusive and so toxic that, and then it's like the chosen ones are the ones that are breaking that cycle by choosing the empathic, more feed that love, feed the compassion, inspire others, and grow from this to segregate and distance ourselves from that type of even thinking aloud, right? So that as we raise our children and our children raise our children's children, that cycle of abuse is over and done. The key is to find the balance in our life and listen to our kids. I don't know about you guys, but my generation was taught to be very quiet as a child. We were told to go out inside and play at the beginning of the day, and you didn't come back in until that street light came down unless it was to grab a bite to eat. You had to be ready to pee your pants, or you had to be ready to eat. You weren't allowed to hang out in the house. And there was no out or in. And it was always dumb. Parents would be like, make your mind up, out or in. And I'd be like, I want to stay in. And they'd be like, no. Okay. But do we really hear the kids? Do we listen to what they're saying? Because that's the other thing where, when I pull up, even I've noticed it ever since cell phones came out. They came out in our lifetime, right? It used to be when we'd go get our kids at school, all the parents would be like standing around talking and carpool lane, people would be looking up for their kids and they'd swing the door open and the child would get in the car and you'd be like, how was your day today? What did you do? Did you do anything fun? Right? You greeted your child. You gave them the importance that you're curious about how their day went. I'm still that way, but there are some that aren't. Um, but when I go pick up my kid now, I don't see parents looking at their children. That child's been gone for 8 hours. That school could have been shut up or blown up. Aren't you happy that you got your kid back for the day? Because everybody's down on their phone and they're like opening the door without looking at the kid, starting the car. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. That's got to quit. That's got to stop because kids are important. I think it's cute because my 18-year-old, he'll walk to the store 2 blocks away. He'll get something. He'll come back in, or he'll bike, whatever. He'll come back in and he announces it like it's a big surprise. He's like, I'm back. And I'm like, welcome back. Because I want them to know I miss their presence. I noticed when they weren't with me. And I'm not a perfect mom, I promise you. This is the second set of kids. I had the first set, and they were the ones that went through a little bit rougher, a lot rougher. Like I learned not to overwhelm my kids with too many toys. I learned how not to spoil the second set, not to get entitlement built in them by just giving them money, And I think we have to break some of these concerns. Like I didn't have crap when I was a kid. Like I didn't keep toys because we moved so much. I'd wake up in a new place and they moved me at night. I didn't get to bring a toy. I didn't get attached to stuff. I didn't care. I got my kids, my first set, and I was like, oh, they're going to have everything their heart desires. They thought if we walked in a store, they picked a $30 item. That's what they thought. We're in a store. Where are you going? To pick out something I want for today. My second set, I did it completely different. I was like, you earn your stuff. You have birthdays and you have gifts, and those are special. But on a normal, regular basis, you want that $30 item? What are you going to do to earn at least half of it? I'll match it. Just saying. So, Queen Bee, I'm a survivor of DV, SANRAPE. I'm just going to say it, rape, because I think we should be able to address awareness without being flagged, without being told to spell it. Crafty One says exactly. Life was better back then. However, my girls still have time when the kids come home from school. That's good. Yeah, that's very good. All right, my lovelies. I am going to jump off here. I'm going to play Mama D's song for you one more time for those of you that have heard enough, you just can go. But for those that are just joining, I am going to play Mama D's rap song as we go out the door here. If I can get this to work for us. And I will see you again soon. We'll see how tomorrow goes. I may take tomorrow off. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. We'll see. I need to do a little recharge, and I know that. I definitely do. I appreciate every one of you. I truly do. And what am I doing? Like I've opened every window but the one I wanted. Okay, you guys. With that, are you ready? I love you with all my heart. I hope you have a fantastic whatever beginning of the week, if that's for you. Day, if it's morning for you. And if it's night, I hope you have sweet dreams. I love you to the moon and back. I truly do. Be good to one another and make sure you're good to yourself. Every day I wake up to another missing face. It points
points back to the family in almost every single case. Streaming all the time about Michael Vaughn going missing. But since we on the YouTube, the world's not listening. Candace playing Hunter while Summer got gone. Dudley said he went to work and in the backup, he found dog. Jody Sue's monsters are living in her mind. She say she heard a scream, but she'd say anything for a dime. Little classic Benson Seer, adopted by Jacqueline and Trezell, taken from their loving family and beaten to death by foster parents from hell. Harmony Montgomery's stepmom, Kayla, is such a loving wife. She collected food stamps, knowing Adam ended Harmony's precious life. The truth will be uncovered, the killers will be known, but will we find their bodies or even the victims' bones? There's a special place in heaven for all the children killed. Karma is coming for you, and it's far worse than any mother. Jill. Little Oakland Carlson, barely 5 years old, bloody little handprints. But how she disappeared is yet untold. We all know Tyler Rodney never saw 17. Cases Amy creme brulee. No water in the lungs. But Ellie says she drowned in Prosser Lake. Sammy says she called at 12:36 a.m. all clear the phone. But no alcohol in her talks report. And she didn't call or drive from the trunk. Dylan Round vanished while tending to his grain truck. Brenner had active warrants, but Boxseller didn't give a fuck. So Jim cleaned up the evidence. Boots tossed in the dirt, Dylan thrown in the pond. Brenner's in jail over guns, but Dylan's still not found. The truth will be uncovered, and killers will be known. But will we find the bodies or even the victims' bones? There's a special place in heaven for all the children killed. Karma is coming for you, and it's far worse than any mother. Jill, I wish this was the end of the true crimes I don't know, but there's always more, so I keep going with my flow. Every day it breaks my heart that Abby and Libby went down that hill. Richard Allen Cotton charged, so did he can make a deal? My name is Cleo, and I'm the saving grace. Not every parent is guilty, but it's hard to have the faith. Now we got little baby Quentin, not even 2. Mama out drinking, rocking up a bill, while FBI searching for baby Q in the nasty landfill. The truth will be uncovered, and killers will be known, but will we find the bodies or even the victims' bones? There's a special place in heaven for all the children killed. Karma is coming for you, and it's far worse than any mother. Jill. There's a special place in heaven for all the children killed. Karma is coming for you, and it's far worse than any mother. Jill.
Thank you, Becky Blaze. I love you guys. See you again soon. Have a fantastic day.